All right, let's get right to it. I already see you guys all writing in. Most of you saw that dramatic new security video of the Capitol riot. They played it yesterday at the impeachment trial of former President Trump. It showed the rioters breaking into the Capitol and searching the building for lawmakers, some of them chanting, "Hang Mike Pence." For the first time, we are seeing Senator Mitt Romney, you see here, escaping down a hallway to avoid the mob. That officer running down the hallway is actually Officer Eugene Goodman, who directed Romney to turn around to get away from the rioters. The footage also shows Mike Pence being evacuated out of the Senate chamber with his wife and daughter. You can also see one of the agents exiting with what appears to be the nuclear football. Democrats hope this footage and the complete record of what happened that day will convince Republican senators to vote to convict. But a lot of Republicans are asking, what does any of this new footage have to do with whether Trump actually incited the riot that day? What would you say, Al?
I mean, we kind of saw this in 2016. Don't forget when he was running against Hillary. Now, obviously, he won, but he said, if I lose, this is rigged. He's been pushing this plot line forever. If I lose, this is rigged. And if you are as passionate about him as his supporters are, Jeff and Erica, and you've been hearing that for years now, what are you going to do if they try and take your election? What are you going to do if they take your country? And we see that these people didn't think that they, and I'm not making excuses, that they're vandals or murderers. They feel like the patriotic music is playing behind them, that they're going to be in the history books for what they're doing, Jeff. They feel like patriots.
Yeah, I think you're right. Unfortunately, I do, but they're extremists, right? I think that's what Republicans would say. If you're a Trump person, you're going to say these guys are extremists. There were people outside that weren't rioting, right? They weren't in there. They were. So if you spin this narrative and you show the people outside being peaceful and then ask the same question, should Trump be, what's the word?
Impeached.
Impeached, yes. Then, I mean,
how did you forget that word? It's in our face for
two
years.
Different narratives. But I don't think they're going to get the Republican votes, is basically my answer.
What do you think, Erica?
I think we're going to be surprised by how many Republican votes will be in favor of impeachment. I don't think it's going to be overly like the majority, but I think a lot of people had a very rude awakening that day, and when their safety was in jeopardy, their lives were in jeopardy, I think it became very clear that it was a difference between a party and a person. At the end of the day, I'm just wondering what types of gifts Officer Goodman got, because what do you give to someone who just literally saved your life?
Right. I'm getting comments.
How about an award? I'd like to see an award named after the officer.
Eugene Goodman.
Eugene
Absolutely.
Goodman, yes.
Steve